Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm going to show you 3 looks using the Flora Story palette. This is my collaboration palette with ODEN'S. I have a whole in-depth, informational, very swatch-heavy video all about this palette. If you're interested, if you haven't seen that one yet, definitely go and check it out. I want to show you some eye look inspiration with this palette. I've been behind the scenes working on this palette and using it and wearing it and trying a whole bunch of different looks for many months, as I'm sure you can imagine. So I have a lot more than 3 looks that I can share with you, but I did want to start out with these 3 looks because I feel like they really showcase a lot of the versatility of this palette. The look that I was wearing in my reveal video is definitely my go-to right now. It's one of my favorite looks, so I'm definitely going to show you a tutorial with that one. Then I want to show you a really quick and easy all purple eye look. I think because this palette has the green packaging, and of course it is very green heavy, it feels like just a very green palette, and you know, it's green heavy, but you can't do all purple or more neutral looks with it as well. So I want to show you one of my favorite, very quick and easy go-to all purple eye looks. Then of course I'll show you a tutorial for the eye look I'm wearing right now, because I think at first glance this palette looks very light, very pastel and springy. I wanted to showcase the versatility of this palette because you can do some really layered, sultry, smoky looks with it as well. I really love how this particular eye look turned out. It definitely feels very date night, very much that sexy bombshell type of look, but also has a bit of a colorful twist with a little hint of green paired with the smoky purple. So let's get into the eye looks now. First look I'm going to show you is the eye look that I was wearing in my reveal video. This is one of my favorite looks lately. So of course I'm just going to start by priming my eyes. I'm using the ColourPop Party Proof Primer, and I'm going to do this every time so we don't have to reiterate it, but that's what I'm using. Next, I'm going to take the shade Azalea, and using a fluffy crease brush, I'm going to build that into the inner, probably 2/3 of my crease area, and I'm also intentionally getting some of that onto that inner corner area because I am going to start to layer up this shade there as well. Then I'm going to take the shade Sage. This is a really neutral olivey green matte, and on a very small fluffy brush, I'm going to build that onto the outer corner and blend up into the remaining 1/3 of the crease as well. This is going to be a very shifty, sparkly, layered look, so I'm really taking my time blending out those edges, and I'm also adding some of that sage shade to the outer part of the lower lid as well. I'm going to apply the shade Misty with my fingertip in sort of a diagonal shape from the inner lash line towards the outer corner. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of that lid space with a mixture of Dawn and Azalea blended and layered together. These 2 shades really transform each other. And I'm also dusting a little bit of that Dawn shade on my brow bone, added some Misty to the lower lash line, and then I used Sage as a sort of faux liner on a pencil brush just to deepen up the lash line a little bit, particularly on the upper lashes. Then I curled my lashes. I added some mascara. Today I'm using the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes Mascara. I really love this eye look in particular because it's dynamic and shifty and has sort of a fairy-like quality about it, but it's also very subdued. It's colorful and neutral at the same time, but there are no neutral shades used. It's not super loud, but it's also not very plain. It's just right in the middle. It makes me feel sparkly and happy and pretty, but I also feel very comfortable wearing this at any time. I just feel so much like myself in this eye look. Next, I want to show you an all purple spotlight eye. This is the easy breezy go-to look for me when I just want to do something quick, but I still want a little punch of color. Purple has always been my go-to for that. So I'm taking the shade Azalea. This time I'm putting it through the entire crease area and blending up and out towards the brow bone. I'm also going to add the Azalea shade to the lower lash line, and then I'm going to go in with a small flat brush with the shade Orchid, and I'm going to build that up on the very outer part of the eye and the very inner corner of the eyelid as well, to build that spotlight type of look, halo eye, some people call this. If you wanted to, you could go in with like a really solid primer and you could dampen your brush and you could make this super dense and really, really impactful, and you can make this a total IG baddie look with a winged liner. I'm definitely taking a more casual approach to this look. So this is my third and final shadow. I'm just going to apply a little bit of Magnolia on that center part of the lid and just deepen up the outer parts just a little bit. Now you could really go for it and perfect this and finesse it. I kind of like the idea of just adding some mascara and not making this a super technique focused type of look, but making this a more of a quick and easy type of look. This is a spin on a quick and easy 3 shadow look. It does require a little bit more technique, but it's not too far off from what I usually do when I'm just slapping on a couple of eyeshadows. And I like that this can be a little bit of an easy breezy casual look and also a little bit glamorous and a little bit colorful at the same time. I know this approach isn't going to be for everyone. I know some people are going to want a lot more precision and a lot more perfection in their looks, but this is really the type of stuff I like to wear all the time, and I want that to be accessible for anyone who wants to try it out. Now, my last look is what I was wearing in the talking portion of this video. This is a really sultry, kind of deeper, more vampy look for this palette. I'm starting off soft with the shade Shroom. I'm just really quickly throwing that in the crease area as a sort of transition shade. This is going to help me blend out once I start using some deeper, darker colors. For the same reason, I put it on the lower lash line as well. Then I'm going to start packing on the shade Orchid with a flat brush, just starting in the middle and really taking my time to layer this up. I want it to be even and velvety. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect because I am going to layer a shimmer on top, but I want that dense, velvety, vampy type of look. So after I packed that on the lid, I'm taking a small little precision fluffy brush with a little bit of Shroom and a little bit of Orchid mixed together to blend out the edges and really soften the look. I'm going to go back and add a little bit more of the Orchid shade just to make sure everything stays nice and even and opaque. And of course, I'm going to go back and do a little bit more blending. This time, I'm not going to add anything additional to the brush. I'm just going to use the shadows that are already present to give a nice softness there. And I did the same steps with the lower lash line, adding some Orchid and then blending it out. Now I'm going to use this emerald sparkly green shade called Lush and just applying that with my finger. I'm sort of blending it into the Orchid shade that's all over my lid. These shadows are really built to layer together to almost create new eyeshadows once they're mixed. So I'm going to use Best Buds this time just on my pinky, and I'm going to really put that on the inner corner and then blend up onto the lid a little bit so that it all sort of flows together on the eye. Now I'm going to use a ColourPop BFF liner, just a black liner, to tightline and also in the waterline. And then I added some false lashes. These are just a half lash to add a little bit of that flare out on the outer corners. With a deep, sultry eye look like this, I think it really carries that lash and liner look well. Absolutely don't have to include that. You could definitely just slap on some mascara and go if you wanted a lower maintenance version of this. But I think that this looks perfect with a little extra va-va-boom from those lashes. Like I said, I have a lot more eye looks that I can share with you. I'm also going to show you some tutorials using the Sea Talk palette and the Planet Spirit palette. So keep an eye out for those and let me know if you're interested in seeing some more tutorials with this because I have a lot more look inspo for you. I really just wanted to start out with these 3 looks because they're some of my favorites that I've done recently with the palette. I would love to hear what you think about these eye looks. Which one is your favorite? Which one are you going to be recreating yourself? I always love to hear what you think about things too. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I love this look. I feel like a sexy goth mermaid, and I really love that for me. When you just look at this palette, it looks very light and springy and pastel-y, but once you start layering these shades together, I think this is a pretty, you know, deep, sultry, smoky type of look. You can do the same thing with the dark green too, so they're made to layer. Layer them up. Look. Try again. What was I gonna say? Probably something clever. Oh, I can't believe I'm filming this. Okay. I am fine, if you can't tell. Okay. Alright, just one thing at a time. I am gonna throw up. I'm so nervous. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Doing great. Okay, but come on, this is so cute. I love it. I mean, I would hope so. I hope I love it. Oh boy. Alright. I got some other stuff to catch up on filming and editing. I have a lot more videos coming soon. And this palette is going to be coming soon. I think that's it. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. You're cool and cute and awesome and I hope you have a great day and I love your face and I'll see you real soon. Okay, bye!